It's time for Dixie State University Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3 KXDS Santa Clara. DSU Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3 is brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer. We hear you. And now, it's time for DSU Athletics.
Welcome to Radio Dixie 91.3. Tonight, of a second doubleheader game. Second of a doubleheader game. The Trailblazers of Dixie State are hot of late and are looking to get back at 500 for the second time this season, while the Mavericks of Colorado Mesa are looking to get on a roll themselves that give them the boost in time for the RMAC tournament less than 2 months away. Hello, everyone. I'm Martin Kelly. Welcoming you into another great night to finish off the doubleheader of Trailblazer basketball. Both teams coming to this game hovering around 500 in their last 5 games, with the Mavericks of winning 2 of their last 5 games, while the Trailblazers are winners of 3 of 5 of their last games and are looking to get on a roll. With the Trailblazers winning late with a big win over Regis last Saturday, the Trailblazers won that game 77-74, thanks in part to Dub Price with 15 points and Matt Conway with 24 points and 8 rebounds in that game as well. While the Mavericks, Colorado Mesa, where they lost to Fort Lewis, 79-64. The Mavericks shot the ball just 44% from the field and less than 23% from the three-point line. Not good enough to get the win as they fall to a 3-point loss to Fort Lewis. Now, of course, with a huge win over the weekend for the Trailblazers, it gives them the boost that they need to get for. They need to go with the rest of the season with a hot streak that could be the same as they went on last season. Of course, after they went on that hot streak last season, winning, I believe it was 16 straight games, they went on to win the whole RMAC tournament and get the automatic bid into the Division II March Madness. They lost in the first round, but they were able to get back into the tournament for the first time in 3 straight years. They've been in the tournament. Hopefully, they can get on another run this season. But the difference between this team and last year's team is obvious. 6 starters are gone. 6 of the best players are gone from this team. This year, there's all brand new players. But it's been turning out all right for the team this year. They were at 500 earlier. They were 1-1 after winning against Western Oregon, one of the better teams in Division II. That was the last time they were at 500. Since then, they've been trying to get back into the 500 level. They've been down as many 3 games under 500. They've gone back to just being 1 game under 500. And hopefully tonight they can even the 500 level and try to get some momentum, try to get a run here late, and try to get a good spot in the RMAC tournament standings. Right now in the RMAC tournament standings, they're not in a bad position, but some good wins could come out to be very well for the team, as they are sitting at 5-6 overall in the conference and 7 of 8 they're 5-6 in the conference. They're 7 of 8 overall. Some wins here could get them boosted up. They are 1, 2, 3, 8. They're only 3 spots out of the top 5 teams. They're not that much far off from some of the top teams in the conference. Colorado Mesa comes in this game 7-4 in the conference and 12-5 overall on their record. As tip-off is just a few minutes away. It's just less than 5 minutes away. So we're going to make this pregame real quick of late. Looking over to, so hopefully, again, to wrap that up, hopefully Dixie State can get on a run and maybe make another chance at the March Madness tournament. Looking over to Colorado Mesa, who are sitting at a nice spot in the RMAC tournaments. Again, they're sitting at 4th right now in the RMAC standings. Not a bad position for the team. Something good for them to work off of, but hopefully they can get more momentum to work off of that. But they're in their last 5 games, they're 2 of 3. Their 2 losses came at home. Their 2 wins come at home. Their 3 losses come on the road. Not good numbers for the team through those 5 games. They shot the ball lower than 34% from the field, less than 36% from the 3-point line, and only shooting 70% from the free throw line. Not bad numbers. Those numbers can get you some wins, but to get through the RMAC tournament, no, that's not going to work. Some of the better teams in the RMAC tournament, like Colorado Christian, like Colorado School of Mines, like Colorado School of Mines, like Colorado State Pueblo, will eat those teams. Will eat those numbers up. They will make those teams look bad. It is not going to be a good night for them if they continue to shoot like that from the field. We got 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here. We're going to wrap up this pregame as fast as we can. We're going to get you the starting lineups as well. As fast as we can here, as soon as we can. That is definitely going to be happening in the next couple minutes. But before we get tipped off, some keys of the game for the Mavericks of Colorado Mesa, the key is to shoot better. Now, that may sound obvious, but when the shooting is going your way in a game, you're able to control the flow of a game and to use that to advantage during the game. It is such a huge advantage when you're shooting the ball so perfectly. We saw that earlier in the game today between Colorado Mesa and Dixie State in the women's side. Colorado Mesa shot the ball perfectly. They were shooting above 50% all day from the field. Dixie State shot less than 20% from the field and less than 20% from the three-point line. Not good numbers. They shot the ball 78% from the free throw line, but if you can't get the ball out in just mid-range shots and three-point shots, which is the way that team lives and dies from in a game, you're not going to be able to win games like that. Same thing goes for Colorado Mesa. If they're going to try to get back into games, win some games of late, try to get a good spot in the RMAC tournament. Again, emphasize on the RMAC tournament because it's less than 2 months away, and it's the big one that's coming up for everybody. Everybody gets an automatic bid to the tournament, but if you don't have a good spot, you're going to go on an onslaught of a schedule, and that is not what you want to do. So for Colorado Mesa, shoot the ball better, get a better position when it comes to the RMAC tournament, and hopefully that works for them. Now, for the Trailblazers, it's as simple as it was for Colorado Mesa with their key to the game. For Dixie State, it's control the tempo. Now, that may sound completely obvious. Like, Martin, everybody tries to control the tempo in a game. But yes, but some teams are not able to do that. That's why most teams win, and that's why most teams lose. End of story. But if you want to control the tempo, you're going to have to do it by just staying alive in this game. If they play somewhat in this game, they stay alive, they try to eat up the clock, they try to shoot the ball well, they try to just stay within that game, stay within 4 or 2 or 5 or 6 or 7 or, close enough range to where late in the game you can steal it. You saved all that energy. Now you can use that energy and go out and steal the game from the home team and rip their hearts out and get yet another win to get back to 500 on the year, which is something the team has to work on this season. If Dixie State can do that tonight, I believe they're going to win this game. I'm picking Dixie State to win this game 79-71. Yes, I picked the Trailblazers. Again, it did not work for me well in the women's game, but hopefully this time it will work well in my advantage. I hope so. As I'm just going on range over here, man. I got a lot of energy after just taking a little 5-minute break. As I'm calling back-to-back games yet again tonight. It has been a fun time to call those games. We got another good one tonight. Let's get you some starting lineups for this one here tonight. As Dixie State starting 5 tonight will be Jack Pagan-Kopp at the point guard position. Zach Frampton will be the starting shooting guard. Andre Wilson will be the starting small forward. Matt Conway will be the starting power forward. And Julian Decree will get the start at the center position. The big guy down the middle will get a good start there tonight. Colorado Mesa, I do not know their starters. I will see them as soon as I can as they show the numbers. They're giving a little national anthem beat up in Colorado. 20 minutes have been put on the clock. Hopefully those 20 minutes go right by and we can get out of here as fast as we can. And this is just past 7:35 here in St. George. But yeah, let me continue to ramble on. Obviously, Dixie State sitting at 7-8. They can go back to 8-8. Hopefully they can do that, go back to 8-8. Second time of the season, they'll go back to 500. A big boost for them wouldn't that be? For Colorado Mesa, they're 12-5 on the year. Get a good couple other wins. They can go. They got a good schedule coming up in their favor. They can win some games of late, get a good position in the RMAC standings. Always good to have a good position in the RMAC standings. You never want to just have a bad position. Again, top 5 seeds get the position. And if you're below that, it's going to be a rough stretch. It just really is. Obviously, finishing up my first year here at Dixie State, but watching how the team played last year a little bit, I went to a couple games. If the stretch does not come there, it's just going to be a struggle. It just really is. Not the way you want to play the game, not the way you want to go out there and set up how you want to play it, but definitely something that both teams are going to try to work on today. We're going to see it a lot today. Hopefully it is a good game. Hopefully it is a good game. As I'm pausing here, trying to see what's going on the screen. As I do see some of the numbers from Dixie State. One of their starters will be Tommy Nuno Jr. is going to be their starting point guard. As they're playing a little hype video down in Grand Junction. As I do mention before, as I do mention again, you want to stick around for tomorrow, we're going to have 2 games live tomorrow. Dixie State will be traveling over to Western Oregon. We'll have both games back-to-back right here on Radio Dixie 91.3 with a 5-minute timeout between both games, obviously to give me a little time to catch up. But we're going to have both games on right afterwards. As they continue to show a little hype video, and I'm waiting for them to finish it, and it looks like they do. Yay! As I mentioned before, Tommy Nuno Jr. will be their starting point guard. He's from Half Moon Bay, California, and he went to community college there as well. Good transfer for them. Again, I cannot hear. Most of them aren't showing their names, so I can't tell who the starters are. But once I see the numbers, I'll give you the starting lineup for Colorado Mesa there. That's just bad thing from me. Obviously, I do apologize about that. Next time I'll have the starting lineup so I'm not confused. Okay, let's get to this game right now. So I wasted enough time just trying to ramble on. Number 13, Brandon Hoffer is going to be the starting shooting guard. Connor Nichols will be their starting small forward. Sam Waters Sr. will be the starting power forward. And number 23, Damon Dubats will be their starting center. And again, Tommy Nuno Jr. will be their starting point guard for Colorado Mesa. 20 minutes have been put on the clock. Everybody's been fed. It's 7:30 our time, 8:30 their time. Everybody's been fed. Everybody's jumped into the stadium. We got a good game underway. 20 minutes have been put on the clock. Let's get this game underway as Dixie State will take it themselves. Jack Batenkopf will bring it up to the center of the court. Now at the logo. Gives out to Frampton. Frampton on the left side of the 3. Gets a little screen there by Julian Decree. Frampton going to try to drive it. No. Kicks it out to Andre Dawson. He's going to take a 3, and it's good. Dixie State up early, 3-0 here. Mesa. Nuno going to try to drive it around. Gives it out to the big man. No, kicks it back out. Nuno gets it again. Going to get a little screen there. Going to try to take a little jumper, and it's good. Nuno's going to get his first bucket of the afternoon. A 3-2 is the lead as Jack Batenkopf will bring it back down for Dixie State. Gives it out to Conway. Back over to Frampton. Frampton going to try to drive around. Back over to Julian Decree. Back over to Batenkopf. He almost gets stripped up there. Matt Conway gets it himself. Tries to kick it back out. Dawson going to try to drive it all the way to the basket, and it's good. Dawson's going to get his 5th point of the afternoon, his 2nd bucket. 5-2 is the lead for Dixie State. 8:14 left to go here. Nichols gives it up to Nuno. Back over to Hoffer. Walter's going to take a 3. No good. Rebounded there by Zach Frampton. Frampton going to bring it up. Looking around. Gets a little screen there by Julian Decree. He's going to keep driving to the basket. No. And there's going to be foul on the floor. Looks like number 20, Connor Nichols, is going to get called for his first foul in the afternoon. Batenkopf going to inbound it. Gives it off to Decree. Decree going to try to muscle his way into the paint, and he does. He's getting his first back of the afternoon. First bucket of the afternoon. 7-2 is the lead for Dixie State over Colorado Mesa. 18 minutes left to go here in the first half. Hoffer all over, trying to get all the way to the basket. Batenkopf all over. Stripped away. Julian Decree gets it. Gives it off to Andre Wilson. Back over to Frampton. Frampton going to try to drive it. No. Gives it off to Conway. Conway tries to drive it to the basket. No, he missed. Nichols is going to bring it up. Over to Nuno. Nuno going to drive it all the way to the basket. No, he missed. Rebounded there by Colorado Mesa. And there will be a foul on the floor. Andre Wilson going to get called for his first foul of the afternoon. Colorado Mesa going to keep it. Hoffer on the inbound. Gives it off to Nichols. Nichols gets a little screen there. He's going to take a little jumper, and it's good. 7-4 is the lead here. 17:41 left to go here in this first half. Conway over to Wilson. Over to Frampton on the top of the key. Over to Batenkopf on the right side of the 3. Back over to Andre Wilson. He's going to take an open 3 at the top. No good. Rebounded there by Hoffer of Colorado Mesa. Hoffer going to bring it up. Gets a little screen there by Walter. Hoffer's going to try to drive it. No, he can't find nothing. He's got it in a little double team. Gives it off to Nuno. Back over to Hoffer. Gives it back over to Nuno. Gets a little screen by Dubats. No good. Dubats gets the rebound. He loses it there. Gives it off to Frampton's going to steal away from him, and then Batenkopf's going to get it. Batenkopf going to try to drive it. Wilson going to try to look for a 3. No. Gives it back over to Frampton. Gets a little screen there. No, he won't take it from Decree. Batenkopf at the top of the key. No, loses Hoffer for a second there. Conway going to try to drive it. No, he lost it. And it's going to stay with Dixie State. Doug Price is now going to check into the game for Julian Decree. 6'7", 220-pound redshirt senior Draper, Utah is Dub Price. He'll check into the game for the first time this afternoon. Peyton Kopp will keep it. He's at the top of the key, trying to get away from Humphrey. He's going to take a little jumper, and it's good. 9-4 is the lead with 16:30 left to go in the first half. Hoffer gives it off to Nichols. Back over to Nuno. Back over to Nichols. He's on the right side of the mid-range. She's going to take a little step back. No good. Wilson going to get it out to Peyton Kopp. Peyton Kopp over to Conway. Going to take a three. Yes. Conway's going to drill his first points of the afternoon. He gets 3 on the board. 12-4 is the lead for Colorado Mesa. And Colorado Mesa is going to take a 60-second timeout here. We're going to take a 60-second timeout as well. 16:03 left to go. Dixie State leading it 12-4 here early in this first half. We're going to take a timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3, home of the Trailblazer Nation.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We're retired, and this is how we live united.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff, St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We are here live in St. George, Utah at the Dixie State University here at 91.3. We got live coverage of Colorado Mesa versus Dixie State here. The men's turn is now. The women's did take the court earlier. Dixie State walked out with the loss as Colorado Mesa won that game 64-48. Now we have the men in action as Dixie State leads this game 12-4 with 15:54 left to go here in this first half. Walters trying to bring it down for Dixie State, for Colorado Mesa. Turns the ball over. Frampton will get the turnover. Frampton going to bring it up. Gives it out to Quincy Matthews, who now checks into the game. Back over to Conway. Back over to Frampton. Back over to Peyton Kopp. Peyton Kopp going to get tripped up. He almost loses the ball there. Keeps it himself. And a foul is going to be called. It'll be turned over. Actually, no. Over to Colorado Mesa. It looked like Peyton Kopp might have stepped out of bounds with one of his foots. He did not notice that. Hoffer's going to bring it up for Colorado Mesa. Gets a little screen there. Trying to drive it. No. Gives it out to Nuno. Back over to Nichols. Back over to Nuno. Back over to Hoffer. Back over to Nuno. So keep up. Quincy Matthews all over Nuno. He guards him. No good. Rebound there by Dixie for Colorado Mesa. Nuno trying to think of a three. No, he gave it off to Hoffer. No, he's no good. Quincy Matthews gets the rebound. No, he loses it there for a second. And a foul will be called, and it will go Dixie State way. Foul is called. Looks like the foul is on Tommy Nuno Jr. That'll be his first in the afternoon. Peyton Kopp being guarded by Hoffer. Frampton now has the ball. Gives it out to Conway. Conway going to try to drive it to the basket. No, he got blocked, but the foul is called. New players on the field. Kenzo Nudo will be on the floor for Colorado Mesa. As Conway will go to the line for the first time this afternoon. Conway shooting the ball 66% from the free throw line this season. Conway rolls in and out. Conway lines it up again. Junior out of Chandler, Arizona. And it's no good either. Hoffer will bring it up for Colorado Mesa. 4:14 left to go in this first half. Hoffer gets a little screen by Nichols. Gives it up to Walters. No. They'll go out of bounds and they'll go back to Dixie State. Frampton's going to take it out of the inbound. Peyton Kopp, bring it up. Peyton Kopp, Price, Matthews, Frampton, and Conway are on the floor for the 5 for Dixie State. Matthews going to get another bucket, and it's good. Matthews has 5 points on the afternoon. Nichols, Hoffers, Dubats, Nudo, and it looks like those are the starters for Colorado Mesa as they miss a bucket there. Peyton Kopp's going to bring it up. Gives it out to Quincy Matthews. He's going to take a little jumper from the free throw line, and it's good. 16-4 is the lead. 12-point lead for Dixie State. There's 13:42 left to go here in this first half. Nudo gets it back off to Hoffer. Back over to Walters. Back over to Dubas. Back to Hoffer. Hoffer going to try to drive it. It's good. Frampton going to bring it up for Dixie State. Quincy Matthews now got it. Back over to Conway. Conway thinking about a three. No. Gives it off to Frampton again. Frampton thinking about shooting it. No. Trying to drive it. No. Thinks about taking a three. No. It thought about it again. Conway going to try to drive it. No, but he gets his own rebound. No, he can't get it back up. And it's going to stay with Dixie State. Jason Youngblood is going to check into the game now for Zach Frampton. Andre Wilson's going to check now into the game for Jack Pagankoff. Price tries to get a little jumper. No, but he'll get the foul. Foul will be against number 23, Damon Dubas, the senior center out of Temecula, California. He's a senior on this team. As Dub Price lines up for free throws. Is no good on the first one. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Price lines it up again, and it's good for on the second one. 1 for 2 on the afternoon. 17-6 is the lead. 11-point lead with 12:54 left to go. Hoffer's going to bring it up for Colorado Mesa. 3 is made by Colorado Mesa. That looked like number 20, Connor Nichols. That's his first few points of the afternoon. Matthews takes a little jumper again, and it's good. Number 40 is good. Also, number 42, Cameron Chatwin checked into the game as well for Matt Conway. As Nudos will get a bucket and he'll go all the way to the basket. Wilson, Youngblood, Chatwin, Matthews, and Price are all on the field for Dixie State. Matthews gives it back over to Conway. Over to Price. Turnover there by Dixie State. Giving back over to Colorado Mesa. Hoffer will bring it up. Nudos gets it back over. Clay now got it. Clay is going to try to drive it all the way. No, kicks it back over to Hoffer. Hoffer's going to try to drive it. No good. Rebound there by Chatwin. Giving off to Youngblood. Back over to Wilson. Gets the screen there by Chrissy Matthews. No good on that one. 19-11. 11:26 left to go here in this first half. As they just keep trading missed buckets after missed buckets. And there's going to be a blocking foul on Quincy Matthews. Timeout is going to be called by Dixie State. Looks to be a 60-second timeout. We're going to take a quick 60-second timeout as well and be right back with more here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Dixie State. Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. As we have a final doubleheader tonight between Dixie State and Colorado Mesa. For the women's team win with the Colorado Mesa's women's team won earlier today, 64-48 over Dixie State. Now the men's teams are in action as Dixie State is leading 19-11 with 11:20 left to go here in the first half. Walters inbound it. Walters, Clay, Skinner, and I'm trying to look at the numbers. Speedy, just Speedy Jr. I believe I said that right. Hopefully I did. Anyway, Colorado Mesa's coming out of the inbound. They had a little play there. They got a little scuffle, and then Colorado Mesa got the ball back. As substitutions will come in for Dixie State as well. Price, Matthews, Pagankoff, Frampton, and Conway are all on the floor for Dixie State as well. And there's going to be a turnover there. It looks like it's going to go back to Colorado Mesa as back to Dixie State as Colorado Mesa try to get a foul there as Pagankoff will bring it up. 10:53 left to go here in this first half. Pagankoff trying to make a little double moves there. Gives it out to Conway. Conway gives it out to Matthews. Matthews thinking about shooting it. No. Gives it out to Price. Price trying to get it back on the Pagankoff. He'll take a three, and it's good. 22-11. The lead is back to 11. 10:30 left to go here in this first half. Colorado Mesa sharing the ball. Nichols, take a little jumper. No good. Rebound there by Zach Frampton. I'm going to try to learn all the names. Frampton over to Pagankoff. Pagankoff going to take a little jumper. No good. Rebound there by Skinner of Colorado Mesa. Skinner going to race up down the court. Gives it out to Walters. Walters going to take a shot. No good. Rebound there by Dixie State. Price gives it out to Pagankoff. Pagankoff going to try to drive it back over to Price. He thinks about taking a three. No. Back over to Frampton. Frampton going to try to drive it from the right side. No. Frampton going to give it back up to Pagankoff. He's going to try to drive it from the left side. No. Price is going to line up for a three, and it's good. Colorado Mesa wanted to block one of the charging foul, but they did not get it, and the lead is now up to 14. 25-11. 9:33 left to go in this first half. Nichols Gives out to Skinner. Skinner looking for a little play there. No. Back over to Nichols. Cross court. Back over to Clay. Clay going to try to drive it. Gets it up. No good. Rebounded there by Dixie State. Frampton going to bring it up. Drives around the team and no. Gives it back up to Price. Back over to Frampton. Frampton going to try to line up for a three. No, he changed his mind. Gives it out to Frampton and no good. So I got Frampton and Batenkopf mixed up. Batenkopf had the ball and gave it on to Frampton. Trying to get it right. Bucket there, good by Nichols of Colorado Mesa. 25-13, a 12-point lead. Batenkopf gets the ball over to Price. Price back to Batenkopf. Batenkopf looking, takes another double move there. Gives it off to Frampton. Back over to Price. Back over to Matthews. Tries to get it into Conway, and the ball will be turned over. 25-13, 8:17 left to go here in this first half. He's going to get it off to Speedy. Back over to Clay. Back over to Nichols. Nichols going to try to drive in, and he'll get the foul there. Matt Conway's going to get called for the foul. Conway, that's going to be his second of the night already with 8 minutes left to go here in this first half.
Timeout Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live in St. George, Utah, Dixie State University and Radio Dixie 91.3. Dixie State is leading Colorado Mesa 25-13 with 8 minutes straight left here to go in this first half here. Dixie State has had the lead all but this first half here. They have not given up at all. Been all over Colorado Mesa early as Dubats, Nichols, Walter, Hoffer, and Skinner on the floor for Colorado Mesa. Miller, Frampton, Hagenkopf, Frampton, and Conway are on the floor for Dixie State. Hagenkopf going to bring it up. It's on the left side of the three. No, gives it back over to Walters. Conway on the right side of the three. Gives it out to Walters. No, it doesn't work, but a foul is going to be called on Skinner. That'll be his first of the afternoon. A little pushing foul there by Skinner. He's going to be checked out of the game. No, not him. Walter's going to be checked out of the game. Excuse me, so I got that right on the second try. Batenkopf going to inbound the ball. Looking around, gives it out to Frampton. Frampton thinking about taking the two. No, he's going to just drive it all the way to the basket. No, he gives it out to Batenkopf. Batenkopf thought about a three. No, gives it out to Walters. Walters going to try to drive it to the basket. No. Rebounded by Walters. Puts it back up. No. Matthews puts it back up. Matt Conway put it back up, and he gets the credit for the bucket. 7 points for Matt Conway so far. 27-15 is the lead for Colorado Mesa. For Dixie State. La. Let me get all the la-la-la-la-las and butterflies out of my stomach as I'm trying to rush here. Foul is going to be called on Dixie State. Inbound play for Colorado Mesa. Nichols going to be the inbounder. Gives it up to Dubats. Back over to Hoffer. Hoffer going to go wrap around. Skinner. Back over to Hoffer. Hoffer's on the left side of the three. Thinking about it. Dixie State throws out a little 2-3 zone defense. Doesn't work. Dubats turns it over. Frampton's got it. Frampton's got numbers. He gives it over to Matt Conway. Matt Conway for the dunk and will get the foul. Matt Conway got a strong slam dunk at the basket. The bucket counts 29-15. The lead is 14 with Matt Conway going back to the line. Conway is over 2 at the line so far. Conway shoots it up. It's good. Batenkopf, Frampton. That's his 30-15, a 15-point lead. Batenkopf, Frampton, Miller. Conway are still on the floor for Dixie State along with Julian DeCree. 2-3 zone yet again. Hoffer looks to get around and gives it off to Nadeau. Nadeau misses it from Steph Curry range of a three. Hagenkopf brings it up, gives it out to Wade Miller. He'll take a three, and it's good. 33-15 is the lead. 6:31 left to go here in this first one. As Colorado Mesa will take yet another timeout. It'll be yet another 60-second timeout. We're going to take another 60-second timeout here. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. As we have live coverage of Dixie State University Trailblazers versus Colorado Mesa University Mavericks. Sorry, excuse me. I lost a little tension there. Dixie State is leading Colorado Mesa by 18, 33-15, 6:31 left to go here in this first half, as Colorado Mesa is just getting butt whooped everywhere around the court. Yes, I'll say they're getting butt whooped. Nichols will inbound it for Hoffer. Get you the starting lineups as soon as I can. As Spivey gives it off to Nichols. Back over to Nunos. Nunos will get a bucket and good. 33-17. The lead is now back down to 16. Pagenkopf gives it off to Frampton. Pagenkopf, Frampton, Conway, Walt, Miller, and Decree for Dixie State. As Conway try to get a bucket up, Decree gets the rebound, try to put it back up, and he'll get called for the foul. And it will go to Colorado Mesa. They will call the foul on Julian Decree for elbowing. As is Hoffers, Nichols, Dubats, Spivey. That's a funny name, Spivey. Spivey and Nudo on the floor for Colorado Mesa. Hoffer gets a little screen there by Nichols. Now it's now being guarded by Miller. Gives it off to Spivey. Back over to Hoffer. Back over to Nudo. Nudo thinking about taking a three. No. Tries to drive it all the way to the basket, and it's good. Pagenkopf going to bring it up. 33-19. The lead is now back down to 14. Conway takes a three. No. Rolls in and out. Rebounded there by Colorado Mesa. Hoffer will bring it up for Colorado Mesa. Hoffer gives it off to Speedy. Back over to Nuno. Back over to Nichols. Back over to Nuno. Nuno going to try to drive it all the way to the basket. Matt Conway's all over him. Takes the shot up. No good. Rebounded there by Colorado Mesa. Foul's going to be called on Zach Frampton, his second of the afternoon. 5:08 left to go here in this first half. Kenzo Nudo, the sophomore guard out of Scottsdale, Arizona, went to Chaparral Grand Canyon High School. 6'4", 200 pounds. He's going to make his first of the afternoon. Does not have any points on the afternoon so far. This is his first bucket. Nudo lines it up again. It's going to be good. 33-20. The lead's been cut down to just 13. 5:04 left to go here in this first half. Chatwin now checks into the game for Dixie State. Miller gives it on to Pagenkopf. Back over to Chatwin. Chatwin across court to Miller. Miller going to take a little jumper, and it's good. 35-20. The lead is up to 15. Pagenkopf, Frampton, Miller, Conway, and Chatwin are on the floor for Dixie State. As Nuno will try to drive over the basket. No, he won't good. It won't be good. Chatwin gets fouled there. It looks like Nichols will get called for the foul. That's his second of the afternoon. So far in fouls, Conway's got 2. Andre's got 1. Wilson, as Chatwin's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Chatwin has not taken any free throws tonight. Lines up the first one. No good. Rims right out. 4:20 left to go here in this first half. Hoffer gives out to Nuno. Nuno taking about 3. Yes, it's good. 35-23. The lead is now to 12. 4 minutes just left to go here. Frampton gets double teamed, gets out of it. Over to Pagenkopf for a 3, and it's good. Pagenkopf, he's got his 6th point on the night. 38-23 is the lead. 3:50 left to go here. Still in this first half. Speedy. Over to Nuno. Back to Hoffer. Back to Speedy. Tommy Nuno checks into the game. Spivey thinking about a three. No. Foul's going to be called on Chris Chatwin. That'll be his first of the afternoon. Cameron Chatwin, excuse me. Media timeout we have reached here. It's going to be a 60-second media timeout. We're going to take another timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more here, home of the Trailblazer Nation.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as Dixie State leads it 38-23, a 15-point lead with just 3:29 left to go here in the first half. As Dixie State has had the lead all afternoon, all night, actually. It's been a long day. I've been here since 8 o'clock in the morning on Radio Dixie 91.3, so I've been working all day, trying to keep up, trying to get ready for these basketball games as Nuno is going to go back to the line. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Going to take another one, and it's good. Make him 3 of 4 on the afternoon. So I'll get starting 5 lineups out in just a minute here. It looks to be Frampton, Pagenkopf, Conway, Chatwin, and Wilson out there for Dixie State as both teams are now on the bonus here just in the first half. Hoffer, Nuno, and Dubats are out on the floor for Colorado Mesa. As Zach Frampton's now going to go to the line with just 3 minutes left to go here. Andre Wilson's going to go to the line. I thought I saw Frampton going to the line. He'll shoot his first 2 free throws of the afternoon. Frampton on the season, 69% from the free throw line today. On the season. I said today. It's kind of impossible. Well, maybe not. As the scores table are having a conversation, trying to get the right players on the court, looks to be. As Nichols from Colorado Mesa is not going to check into the game. But for who? I believe they got to wait until their first free throw shots are made, and then they can make substitutions. Trying to pull a little one there, right there by Colorado Mesa. Was not fooled at all. Wilson, good for 1 for 1 on the day. Looks like Wilson drove to the basket and just got a little elbow there. He's all right. Wilson, gonna shoot it again, and it's good. 40-24, the lead is now back up to 16. 3 minutes left to go here just in this first half. Hoffer, get a little screen there by Dubats. No, try to give it off to Dubats. No, it didn't work. Nuno has got the ball now. Gets a little screen there by Nickel. Rebound there by Colorado Mesa for a second there. Got stripped by there by Dixie State. Frampton going to bring it up, trying to get out to Pagenkopf, and it's going to stay with Dixie State. Pagenkopf gives it off to Frampton. Frampton trying to get around. As there's like confusion going all over the place in the middle of the court. Looked like a foul was called on Chatwin, I believe. And I'm right. That's Chatwin's second foul of the afternoon. 2:20 left to go here in this first half, and yet another stoppage of play as the refs are trying to drag out this first half. Hoffer's going to bring it up. He's going to try to drive it all the way to the basket. No, give it up to Nuno. Nuno going up for a basket, and it's good. 40-26. The lead is now out to 14. 4 minutes left to go. 2 minutes left to go here. Matthews gives it out to Wilson. Wilson gives it out to Frampton. Frampton's going to think about taking 3. No, he drives it all the way to the basket. No. Gives out to Matthews on the checkout. Some confusion going on the floor, and it's good. Matt Conway got the rebound there. It went all over the place. Matt Conway will get credit for the basket. His 8th point of the afternoon. 140 left to go here. 42-26 is the lead for Dixie State. Nichols gives it out to Spivey. Spivey back to Nichols. Thought about taking a shot. No, Nichols going to drive it all the way to the basket. It's good. Andre Wilson's going to get called for his foul. That's his second of the afternoon. Speedy gonna line up. Nichols gonna line up, and it's gonna be good. 1:26 left to go. As there's still more confusion on the floor, but now we get ball back into play. Frampton gonna bring it up. Pagankoff. Gives it over to Conway. Back to Wilson. Back to Pagankoff. Pagankoff's going to get a little screen there by Matt Conway. Pagankoff's going to drive it all the way, and it's good. 44-29. Lead is 15. Matthews. Hoffer trying to drive it. No. Gives off to Speevy again. No, he tried to drive it. Back over to Hoffer. Back over to Nuno. Back over to Clay. Back over to Hoffer. 36 seconds left to go here in this first half. Clay tried to drive it. Give it off to Speevy, and it's good. No, they're going to call an offensive foul, and it'll be Dixie State's ball with just 31 seconds left to go. 44-29, as there seems to be a little discussion going on. Not sure what about. But there is a stoppage of play, and both teams are talking at their own benches. 31 seconds left to go here. I would assume there is a timeout, but I did not see the timeout get called, so I did not go to break. Oh, well. 31.5 seconds left to go. There's a 30-second shot clock. As now they come back out of their respective benches. Just waiting around. As Dixie State's going to get out of the inbound play here. Miller gives off to Pagankoff. Going to just dribble out a little bit of the clock here. It looks like he's going to wait for the last shot. Hoffer's on him. Nobody's moving. Now Pagankoff makes a move. Gives on to Frampton. Back over to Chadwin. Back over to Pagankoff. Pagankoff loses the ball there, and it's going to be Colorado Mesa. 5.8 seconds left to go here before half. Remind you, after this, we're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and then we're going to come back right back with the halftime show here, recap the first half and all that went down. As Hoffer's going to try to drive it all the way to the basket, and it's good. As there's no time left on the clock. And that is how the first half is going to end. 44-31, the lead is for Dixie State over Colorado Mesa. 15 minutes have been put on the halftime clock. The lead is 13 going into the half for Dixie State. 44-31. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Home of the Trailblazer Nation here on Radio Dixie 91.3. I just sounded wrong when I was trying to say 91.3. But okay, whatever. Let's get right into this. This is the halftime show presented by Ken Garff's Ford Lincoln dealership. Sorry about that. Brought to you by the Spectrum, brought to you by Dixie State University, brought to you by Radio Dixie 91.3, brought to you by everybody. Everybody makes this happen, and we all appreciate you guys out there for helping us out today. Thank you so much for allowing us to do this. Now let's get into some stats. 44-31 is the lead for Dixie State over Colorado Mesa. Field goal percentages for both teams are in the complete opposite directions, and it has been showing on the scoreboard. 17 of 28, 60% is the field goal percentage for Dixie State. They're shooting 6 of 9 from the three-point line for 66%. From the free throw line, they're shooting only 4 of 8, 50%, which is not terrible numbers, but there's a lot of improvement right there. 12 of 29 from the field, 41% for Colorado Mesa. They're 2 of 10 from the three-point line. They're only shooting 20%. And from the free throw line, they're 5 of 7 for 72% from there. Rebounds go to Dixie State for 17 of 14. Offensive rebounds are in favor of Colorado Mesa, while the defensive rebounds are in favor of Dixie State. Looking at some other numbers, time of possession, time of lead. There's not really a time of possession in basketball, but time of lead. Dixie State had the lead for almost the whole quarter and did not let that lead up. They had it for 19 minutes and 43 seconds, which is ridiculous. They had a lead percentage, blah, blah, blah. But looking at the points, largest lead was 18 when it was 33-15. Dixie State had the lead for most of the half. They had 8 assists in that first half. They had 6 turnovers, and they had 15 points coming up from their bench. Always good to get your bench involved in the game, especially when you have 44 points out of 15. That's a good number coming off your bench from there. For Colorado Mesa, they did not have the lead at all, and it showed on the board, considering they're down by 13 into the half. Assists, they only had 1 assist on the shot. They had 7 turnovers. They had 14 bench points. They had 1 block, but points on the court points, Dixie State had 24, while Colorado Mesa had 31. They had all their points basically on the court. Nothing came from, not a lot of them came from the free throw line. Definitely some points did. Fast break points are in favor of Dixie State. There's 11 points there to Colorado Mesa, 7 points. Steals are in favor of Dixie State, 4-2 for Dixie State. And points off of turnovers, they're just dead even. Both teams have 8 points there. Points in the paint are actually making a difference in this game. Colorado Mesa has 18 points in the paint, while Dixie State only has 14. Second chance points also in favor of, well, not in favor, both tied at second chance points. Both teams have 5 personal fouls. Dixie State has 10 personal fouls, while Colorado Mesa only has 8, and so forth, so on with those points. Not a bad half from Dixie State. What I saw from them, Dixie State was shooting the ball a lot. They were moving the ball around a lot. They weren't just taking bad shots. They were trying to take the right shots in that game at all times. It did add up, and it led to a good first half there by Dixie State. But Colorado Mesa, they were all over the place. They were trying to get any shooting they could from anywhere on the court. It did not work out in their favor, and so forth. In that decision, they failed to keep up with Dixie State through the first half. They're down by 13. Let's see what they can do in that standpoint. From some standpoints of just individual points, Jack Pagankoff had himself 10 points in this first half. Along with Andre Wilson, who had himself 10 points as well. Matt Conway had 5 points. Julian DeCree had 4 points. Doug Price had 6 points. Quincy Matthews had 4 points. Wade Miller had 5 points. Everybody's getting the ball. Everybody's getting their shots up. Zach Frampton and Julian Grayson Youngblood are the only two plus Cameron Chatwin are the only 2 on the field so far, on the court, and the numbers so far that do not have any points. Checking over for Dixie State, Hoffer has 4 points. Nichols has 11. Dubats has 2 points. Spivey has 3 points. And Nuno, not Nuno, has 11 points in that one. Looking ahead at some of the schedule, we're going to get into a little bit more of this when it comes to the post-game show. But coming up for Colorado Mesa, they're going to be at Westminster Regis, Colorado Christian, and then Westminster again. That is all happening within the last week of January and the first couple weeks of the February. Plus, they're going to have to take another road trip at Dixie. You're going to be at home at Dixie State, plus at Colorado Christian again. So look out for those games. Those are going to be some good ones for them. For the men's basketball team, Colorado Mesa is tonight. Western Colorado will be tomorrow. Fort Lewis, Adams State, Western Colorado, and Colorado Mesa are going to complete the first 2 weeks of February. Those are going to be very exciting games. Again, we're going to get our rematches. If something happens this game in favor of Colorado Mesa, we're going to be able to get our rematch in a couple weeks. That's going to be a good one. And then we're going to get, if something happens tomorrow, hopefully I don't jinx them, but against Western Colorado, we're going to be able to get back at them as well. Plus Fort Lewis and Adams State just in the middle there. Those are going to be 2 good matchups there. Checking out some things that are going on in the RMAC, as Black Hills State and New Mexico Highlands are in action right now. New Mexico Highlands leading 42-31. Chadron State is above Colorado Springs right now, 39-35. That game is in the first. New Mexico Highlands, they're in the second. Colorado Christian and Adams State are in action right now as well. Adams State winning 62-58. That game is in the final minutes of the second half there as well. And checking out Colorado School Mines versus MSU Denver. That game just got the first half finished. Colorado School Mines is leading MSU Denver 36-32. And that one, the second half, is just about to get underway in just a few minutes here. Checking out our game, we're got a little bit less than 5 minutes. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3 and be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. As we just got a little bit over a minute and 30 left here in this one in the halftime between Dixie State and Colorado Mesa. As there's just about a minute 26. If you're just tuning in, Dixie State is leading Colorado Mesa and Grand Junction in Colorado 44-31 with just the first half done in the books. Second half is just coming underway in just about a minute here. We'll keep you posted. Well, obviously, we'll keep you bucket to bucket here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Of course, you can listen to us all season long for every game with baseball, with basketball, with football, with every sport we can put on here. Softball is going to be on here on Radio Dixie 91.3. We're going to follow the main sports around here at Dixie State University. Give everybody a chance to be heard, everybody's name to be called, and all the moments that spark the moments of Dixie State will spark you on the radio. Thank you for tuning in to all of us. As I'm just rambling on here, we got 30 seconds left to go. Again, if you're just tuning in, Dixie State versus Colorado Mesa. Dixie State women's basketball team Colorado Mesa's basketball team beat Dixie State's women's basketball team earlier today. They beat them 64-48, taking on to win that one. They went on 15-1 on the year for Colorado Mesa, while Dixie State dropped to 9-7 overall on their records. As we have 15 seconds here, just counting down as we're going to get ready for this second half here on Radio Dixie 91.3. As both teams get ready to bring their players out on the court. Same starting five for both teams has been brought out. For Dixie State, that was Jack Pagenkopf, Zach Frampton, Andre Wilson, Matt Conway, and Joey Decree for them. For Colorado Mesa, that was Brandon Hoffer, Connor Nichols, Damian Dubats, Tommy Nuno Jr., and Sam Walters Sr. Hoffer will bring it out for Colorado Mesa. He's on the right side of the three. Gets a little screen there by Dubats. Dubats gives a little another screen. Hoffer trying to get around another screen by Dubats. Nuno will try to shoot one. No, he gets it back up to Nuno. Back over to Nichols. Nichols trying to get a little back door to Dubats. No, he got blocked. Frampton trips up just a little bit. Keeps the ball up. No foul called as play will continue. Decree trying to do a double move. Trying to give it out to Frampton. No, that don't work. Back over to Frampton. That does work. Frampton gets a little screen there by Matt Conway. Frampton gives it up to Decree. Decree going to try to drive it all the way to the basket, and we'll get called for the charge foul there. Decree is going to get called for his first foul of the afternoon. 44-31, 19-19 left to go here in this second half. 44-33 is the lead for Dixie State. 19 minutes left to go here in this first half. Nichols trying to shoot one up. He does not get it in. Does not get it in the second time. Hoffer almost got it there. No, Andre Wilson stole it. Wilson's got one man to beat. He puts it up. No good. No foul called. Ball will stay in play. Nuno will bring it up. Fast pace up the court. He'll try to get all the way to the basket. No, gives it out to Nuno. Nuno going to take a three. No good. Dubats gets the rebound. Tries to put it back up. No good. Rebound there by Nichols. And there's going to be a foul call on Jack Pagenkopf. Pagenkopf will get called for his second foul of the day. Foul numbers for this team already. Jack Pagenkopf's got 2. Andre Wilson's got 2. Matt Conway's got 2. Cameron Chatway's got 2. And Joey Decree's got 1 for Dixie State. As Nichols will go to the line. Nichols shoots. It's good. Nichols lines up for the second one. It's good. Pagenkopf. Pagenkopf's going to bring it up. Going to give it to Wilson. Wilson going to get a little screen by Matt Conway. Conway gives it back up to Dub Price. It's good. 47-35 is the lead. Just about 18 minutes left to go. Hoffer going to drive it all the way to the basket. No, he can't get it off. Gives it off to Walters. Back over to Nuno. Nuno going to try to drive all the way to the basket. It's good. Price is going to get the rebound. 47-37. And a kicking foul is going to be called against Tommy Nuno Jr., the 6'5", 180 point guard out of Half Moon Bay, California. Pagenkopf. Back over to Price. Back over to Frampton. 17:40 left to go here. Frampton tried to give it over to Dub Price. That didn't work. And it's going to go back to Colorado Mesa. Nuno going to inbound into Hoffer. Hoffer going to give it back to Nuno. Nuno being guarded by Matt Conway. Gives it off to Nichols. Nuno going to try to drive it. No, he kicks it off to Nudo. Nudo's going to take a three. No good. Rebounded there by Nichols of Colorado Mesa. scramble on the floor for the ball. There's going to be timeout taken by Colorado Mesa, and Colorado Mesa is going to keep the ball. Dixie State was trying to get a jump ball there as they were scrambling on the court for it and could not get it done. The ball's going to stay with Colorado Mesa. They're going to take a quick 60-second timeout. We're going to take a 60-second timeout as well. Be right back for more here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. 47-35 is the lead for Dixie State over Colorado Mesa. 17-20 left to go here in this second half. I thought it was 47-37. That's my second mistake here in this ball game. I'm keeping track. I had 6 in the first game. Hopefully, I can match my career high yet again. Dubats gives it out to Nichols. Back over to Nuno. Back over to Nudo. Nudo going to try to drive it all the way to the basket. No, he'll kick it over to Nuno. Back over to Hoffer. Hoffer trying to drive it. No, it'll get taken away. Bryce is going to get credit for the steal. Bryce is going to have it at the top of the key. He's going to try to drive it. No, give it to Andre Wilson for a corner three. No good. Rebounded there by Dixie State, and there's going to be a foul call. Looks like it's going to go against Dixie State. Dub Price is going to get called for his first foul. Over the back foul. 47-35, 16:54 left to go here in this second half. Hoffer looking around. Gives it up to Nudo. Turns it over there, and a foul is called yet again. Price is going to get his second foul quickly already. He's got 2 fouls just to start with in the second half. Coach Juddy is going to go out to his bench, and he's going to pull Wilson off, not Price. Excuse me, not Wilson. Wade Miller's going to check in, the 6'4" guard, redshirt senior on the team out of South Jordan, Utah. Mesa's going to get it on the inbound. Nichols going to inbound it. Inbounds it to Nuno. Nuno's going to give it on to Hoffer. Back to Nudo. Back over to Nichols. Nichols going to try to drive it. Back over to Hoffer. Hoffer's going to try to drive it all the way to the basket. No, he goes down the right side. Back over to Nichols. Nichols going to take a deep three. No good. Rebounded there by Dixie State. Pagenkopf's going to get credit for the rebound. Back over to Miller. Back over to Pagenkopf. Going to take a three. No good. Rebounded there by Nuno. Nuno's going to try to drive it all the way to the basket. No. And there's going to be a charging foul against Nuno. Tommy Nuno Jr., that's his second foul of the afternoon. 47-35, still 16-13 left to go here in this second half. Frampton's going to inbound it for Dixie State. Pagenkopf going to bring it up. He's got Matthews. He's got Matthews, Price, Miller, and Frampton on the floor for Dixie State. Nudo, Dubats, Hill, Nichols, and Hoffer on the floor for Colorado Mesa. 49-35 is the lead. Pagenkopf will get credit for his third basket of the afternoon. Nudo gives it back out to Hoffer. Back over to Nichols. Nichols gets a little screen there by Hill. Nichols going to take a three. No good. Rebounded there by Wade Miller. Frampton going to bring it up. Going to try to drive it. No, gives it on to Miller for a corner three, and it's good. 52-35 is the lead for Dixie State. 15-20 left to go here. Hill gives it up to Nudo. Back over to Hoffer. Hoffer on the left side for a three. No, gets it back to Nudo. Back over to Hill. Hill's on the right side of the three. He's going to try to drive it. No, gives it back to Nudo. A little backcourt cut, and it's good. Nudo's going to get his sixth bucket of the night. 52-37 is the lead. 14:52 left to go. Miller over to Dub Price, and it's good. 54-37, the lead is up to 17. 14:40 left to go here. Off over to Nichols. Nichols on Wade Miller. He's going to try to drive it. No, he gets stopped. Miller's going to get called for a foul. That's his first foul of the afternoon. And a timeout is going to be taken by Colorado Mesa here. 14:31 left to go here in this second half. We're going to take another quick 60-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. 54-37, 14-31 left to go here in the second half. As we're starting to wind down here a little bit in this second half. Just about reaching the midway point. Dixie State leading at 54-37. They've had the lead all night. They have not gotten up to 20 points. They're reaching that mark as they're leading this game by 17. Hoffer's going to inbound it. Going to get it off to Speedy. Speedy now checks in for Colorado Mesa. I'll give you the starting five as soon as I can. As I can see right now, as Dubats is going to get a bucket there for Colorado Mesa. It looks like Conway, Pagankoff, Miller, Quincy Matthews, and Youngblood for Dixie State. Looks like Nichols, Speedy, Hoffer, Dubats, and Nudo out there for Colorado Mesa. Price thought about taking a bucket. No, Pagankoff will keep it. 13:50 left to go here in the second half. Miller gives out to Pagankoff. Pagankoff back to Miller. Over to Conway. Conway going to try to drive it. No good. He got rejected, but he'll get the foul. Conway's going to go to the line. Shoot two. Conway is 5 of 6 on the day so far at the free throw line. He'll miss that one. He's 5 of 7. 13:38 left to go here. Conway again, and it's good. 1 for 2 at the line. 55-39, 13:30 left to go here in this second half. Hoffer brings it up. Over to Speedy. Over to Hoffer. Back to Nichols. Nichols thinking about taking a three. Gonna drive it instead. No, gives it back out to Nudo. Nudo gonna try to drive it. Do a little shimmy move. He shoots it up, and it's good. 55-44. The lead is 13. Pagankoff to Matthews. Over to Youngblood. Youngblood gonna go over screen over Matthews. Over to Conway. Back to Pagankoff. Pagankoff. Over to Matthews. Matthews gonna try to drive it. Almost lost it there. Pagankoff back to Miller. Back over to Matthews. And a charge foul is gonna get called on Quincy Matthews. That's his second of the afternoon. Second of the night. I might be wrong on all of those calls, but I am taking them down as best as I can. Can't promise that I'm perfect, but I can try. Hoffer bringing up for Colorado Mesa. Pagankoff all over him. Dubats is going to get 2 shots, and Conway's going to get his third of the afternoon. Dubats. Damon Dubats is going to go to the line, the 6'9" senior. Only 2 points on the afternoon. He's 0 for 2 from the line today. Shoots it, no. Make that 0 for 3. Dubats. Adds it up, and it's good. The bucket will not count, as there was a free throw line infraction against Colorado Mesa, so it'll stay at 55-41 with 12:33 left to go in the second half. Frampton going to try to drive it. Gives it out to Matthews, but there's going to be a foul on the floor. Hoffer's going to get called for his first foul of the afternoon. Youngblood going to try to get it in. Over to Conway. Back over to Matthews. Tries to drive it up, and it's good. 57-41. 12:20 left to go. Hoffer going to try to drive it. No, he gets a shot blocked. Matthews rebounded. Gives it off to Youngblood. Youngblood trying to drive it. No. Gives it off to Matthews. No. He thought about taking a three. He's going to drive it to his left side. No. Gives it off to Youngblood. Youngblood on the left side of the key. Youngblood going to try to his left. No. Gives it off to Miller. He's got an open shot at the top of the three-point line. It's good. 60-49. 19-point lead. 11:52 left to go here in the second half. Nudo gives it off to Nichols. Nichols going to try to drive it. No. Frampton going to get called for another foul. That's his second on the afternoon. A lot of people are in foul trouble. I might be wrong again, but who knows. 60-41, 11:43 left to go here in this second half. We're going to take another 60-second timeout. We'll be right back with more here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Sorry, I was drinking a little bit of water just before I came back. 60-41 is the lead for Dixie State over Colorado Mesa. 11:43 left to go here in this second half. They're in Grand Junction, Colorado tonight. Connor Nichols is at the line today. He is 0 for 2 at the free throw line today so far. Not known for him to miss a lot of free throws. He's 77% on the year He misses his 1-for-1. Rebounded there by Speedy of Colorado Mesa. Gives it back to Nichols. Back to Hoffer. Back to Nudo. Back over to Nichols. Back over to Hoffer. I'm going to try to get you the starting 5 out as soon as I can.
Youngblood is
for what the looks I see, it looks like today.
Youngblood, Matthews.
69% on the year. He misses his first. Excuse me, he misses his third. Yeah. Miller checks back into the game for Dixie State. Youngblood lines it up again. No, he will miss. 2 for 4 at the line this afternoon. 10:52 left to go here. Nuno gets a little screen by Clay. He's going to take it. Nuno going to drive all the way to the basket, and it's good. That's Nuno's first points of the afternoon. 60-43, 17-point lead. 10:37 left to go here. Miller on the left side of the 3. Gets it back to the Cree. Back over to Youngblood. Youngblood going to drive. No. Back over to Matthews. Conway. And he gets it in. No. It's going to be a charging foul against Matt Conway. That's his 4th. Conway's going to have to be a little careful. He has 4 fouls on the afternoon. 17-point lead for Dixie State. Pagenkopf checks back into the game. It's Pagenkopf, Conway, Miller, Wilson, and Dupree on the floor as Colorado Mesa gets a 3 in, cuts the lead down to 14. 10 minutes left to go here. Miller going to take a 3. Yes. 63-46. The lead is back up to 17. 10:03 left to go here in this second part. Just about reaching the midway point of the second half here. We'll keep it here. We've taken enough breaks so far. 63-46 is the lead here for Dixie State. They have kept complete control on the game all afternoon. They have not given it up one bit this afternoon with a 63-46 lead. The largest lead of the night was 19 points. It is now back down to 17. And we will see what Dixie State can do to finish it up. 63-46. Colorado Mesa is going to start with the ball. Nuno is going to have it. Nuno, Walters, Speedy, Nudo, and Clay out for Colorado Mesa. Wilson, Dupree, Pagenkopf, Conway, and Miller out for Dixie State as Miller drops in another 3. It is now a 20-point lead, 66-46, 9:40 left to go here in this second half. The largest lead of the afternoon. Nuno trying to drive it all the way to the basket. He'll get up, yes. 66-48, 9:20 left to go here in the second half. Miller over to the Cree, trying to get it. Still fighting for it. Yes, he still got it back. Lost it there for a second. Decree going to try to drive all the way to the basket, and it's good. And it's going to bucket is going to count, and Decree is going to go to the line. Nuno is going to get called for the foul. That's Nuno's 3rd of the afternoon. Decree lines up. Has not taken any free throw shots tonight. He lines it up, and it's good from the free throw line. Decree is the lowest shooting percentage, has the lowest shooting percentage of the team when it comes to the free throw line. He's only shooting 54%. Coach Juddy has been trying to help him all season, trying to get better at that. Hopefully that all adds up at the end of the season. 69-48 is the lead. 21-point lead. That is the highest so far. The highest number of points keeps changing. Tommy Nuno goes back to the line. And Decree got called for the foul. That'll be his 2nd. Nuno. And in and out. Rebounded by Decree. Gives it out to Frampton. 9 minutes left to go here in the second half. Miller gives it out to Conway. Back over to Wilson. Conway going to take a 3. Yes. 72-49. 8:47 left to go. Dixie State's just raining the 3s. 3 out of the last 4 baskets have been 3s as Nudo lines up for a 3 for Colorado Mesa. No, it's no good. Rebounded there by Jack Pagenkopf. Pagenkopf going to push up the press. Gives out to Miller. No. Miller thought about a 3. Gives it out to Wilson. Back to Pagenkopf. Pagenkopf gives it back to Wilson. Wilson driving. No. Gives it out to Conway. No. Gives it off to Wilson. No. Gives it back to Pagenkopf. Pagenkopf gives it back off to Wilson. Wilson has the lane to the basket. Takes it. No, but no good. But he will get the foul. Wilson lays on the ground for just a few seconds there, trying to catch his breath as he's going to limp a little bit to the free throw line. Looks like he landed on his butt. Might have hurt the backbone. Might have hurt his little hip. Wilson is 3 of 5 at the line today. Wilson lines it up. No good. Speed. Wilson lines it up again. Shoots it. It's good. Trent Clay got called for his first foul on that one. As a result, Andre Wilson took 2 free throw shots and made 1 out of 2. Wilson all over Nuno. Nuno drives it all the way to the basket and it's good. Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. It's gathering up. 73-49 is the lead right now with just 8 minutes left to go here in this second half. As Tommy Nuno will go back to the line. And it looks like Julian Decree is going to get called for his third foul. Nuno goes back. Shoots it. It's good. Nuno is 2 for 4 at the free throw line. Nuno lines it up again. It's good. Conway going inbound it. 73-51. The lead is now 22. 7:57 left to go. Frampton. Back over to Pagenkopf. Over to Conway. 5 on the floor for Dixie State is Matthews. Pagenkopf. Decree, Conway, and Matthews. As there's a foul on the floor. As Speedy's going to get called for his first foul of the afternoon on Matt Conway. We're going to take another 60-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more here on Radio Dixie 91.3, home of the Trailblazer Nation.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. 73-51 is the lead for Dixie State over Colorado Mesa. 22-point lead with 7:43 left to go, and now Dixie State is in the one, the only, the bonus. Also, Colorado Mesa's got the bonus as well. But Colorado Mesa being the bonus, but Dixie State being the bonus, yeah. See, that's how our emotions work. Ha-ha! Pagenkopf to the line for the first time today. He makes his first one. Speedy, Nuno, Hill, and Walters are on the floor for Colorado Mesa. Frampton, Pagenkopf, Conway, Decree. If I had to guess my money, Matthews are on the floor for Dixie State. 75-51. Walters goes straight to the basket. It's good. 75-53. The lead is now 22. 7:20 left to go. Pagenkopf gives it back off to Matthews. Over to Frampton. Over to Pagenkopf. Tries to shoot it. No. Gives it back to Matthews. No. Shoots it. No good. Rebound there by Hill, Colorado Mesa. 75-53. 7 minutes just straight dead left to go. Walters going to take a 3. No good. Rebound there by Dixie State. Pagenkopf going to bring it up. 6:45 left to go here in the second half. Matthews going to get stolen there by Nuno, and Tommy Nuno's got an open lane to the basket. No, he missed. He missed an open, easy, lazy basket there. Just a simple layup, and he missed it. 73-51, 6:20 left to go. So I keep emphasizing that Tommy Nuno Jr. missed an open layup off a steal. Matthews over to Pagenkopf. Calling the signals. He's got Decree giving a little big man screen there. Pagenkopf going to take a 3. No. Rebound there by Julian Decree. Decree's going to come out of the game. That's his 4th foul of the afternoon. Got to be careful with that. As Sam Walters Sr., the 6'2 guard out of Santa Cruz, California, going to be walking to the line, taking 2 shots. Walters, good on that one. Walters, 1 for 1 at the line. Walters shoots it up. No good. Rebounded there by Quincy Matthews. Pagenkopf going to bring it back down. 75-54. 23-point lead. 6 minutes left to go here. Frampton gets a screen there by Deb Price. Back over to Conway. Back over to Bakencott. Back over to Conway again. Back over to Frampton. Back over to Matthews. Back over to Bakencott. Over to Price. Over to Conway. No, and a foul is going to be called. New Doe is going to call for his third foul of the afternoon. I might be making up these foul calls. I don't know. Just having fun with this. That Conway's going to go to the line yet again. Conway, he's 3 for 4 in the afternoon. Conway lines it up. It's good. 5:42 left to go here in this one. Conway lines up for his second one. Shoots it. It's good. 77-54. Substitutions have come in from Colorado Mesa. I'll get those to you as fast as I can. But Bakencott, Frampton, Conway, Matthews, and Dupree, I believe, are all still on the floor. No, excuse me, Dub Price. All on the floor for Dixie State. Nowicki. Drew, Chamelling, and Skinner on the floor for Colorado Mesa. Along with Radin. All on the floor for Colorado Mesa. And if I were to guess, this is the signal call, the wave of the white flag from Colorado Mesa to Dixie State. Number 24, Jacob Nick Coles checks into the game for Dixie State, along with Jason Youngblood. 77-54, 4:33 left to go here in this one. Jordan drives all the way to the basket. No. We'll get the foul, and we'll go to the line. Colin Rardin, the 6'2 guard out of Lone Tree, Colorado. Went to Rock Canyon High School. 6'2", 180, and he's a guard. Rardin lines it up, and he's 2 for 2 at the free throw line. 77-56, 4:37 left to go here in this one. Youngblood. Back to Frampton, back to Youngblood. Youngblood looking around. Gives it out to Matthews. Back over to Nichols. Back over to Youngblood. Excuse me. Matthews, then back to Youngblood, then back to Matthews. Matthews trying to drive it. Back over to Nichols. Nichols going to drive it. No good. Rebound there by Skinner of Colorado Mesa. Pushes it up, and a foul is going to be called. Drew Trudeau is going to go to the line. The 6'2 redshirt freshman guard, 170 pounds, out of Grand Junction, Colorado. Went to Grand Junction, went to Williamswood High School. Takes a shot. No good. Drew takes another shot. Ties it up. It's good. 77-57. 4 minutes to be exact. Nichols gives it on to Frampton. Back over to Youngblood. Back over to Matthews. 3:50 left to go. Youngblood going to kick it out to Frampton. No good. Rebound there by Colorado Mesa. Nowicki's going to get the credit for the rebound. Rardin drives it. No. Matthews, rebound. Youngblood going to drive it up to Frampton. Frampton's going to get fouled. Frampton's going to go to the line. And he got fouled hard. I'm not just talking about hard. He got fouled hard in his face, his eyes, his ears, his nose. He got fouled everywhere. Andre Wilson's now going to check in. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Dixie State leads Colorado Mesa 77-57 with 3:32 left to go here in the second half. Big lead here for for Dixie State, not Colorado Mesa. Wow. Almost messed up there. That's my third mistake. Marking that down. 3:32 left to go here. So we are finishing the final minutes of this game between Dixie State and Colorado Mesa. Rardin tries to drive it. No. Lost it there. Was trying to connect with Schmeling, the redshirt freshman out of Damskoog, Oregon. A 6'3" guard. Connects to Smelling. Over to Rardin. Trying to drive it. No. Kicks it back out. Drew got the credit for the basket as I'm just winding down here in my head. Last 3 minutes of this one. Hopefully these last 3 minutes can go with a sweet fleece of breeze. 2:50 left to go. Youngblood thinking about a three. No. On the right side of the corner three. Over to Matthews. Wilson gonna take a three. Yes. 80-59. 31-point lead. The largest lead of the night and one of the largest leads of the season. It would be second after last week where Dixie State beat up Colorado Christian 84-48. They're about to their high there, but Colorado Mesa has completely passed 48 points so far. On the floor for Dixie State, Josh Newbold, freshman, 6'7". Cameron Chatwin, Wilson, Youngblood. Druids will take another shot at the free throw line. That's his third of the afternoon. Third of the night. Takes it. No, rolls in and out. Chatwin will get the credit for the rebound. Youngblood gonna bring it up. Newfold. Pass it over to Wilson. Ball gets batted out. It'll stay with Colorado Mesa. With Dixie State. Newbold gives it out to Wilson. 1:54 left in this game. Nichols gets tied up, and it'll stay with Dixie State. Wilson gets off Newbold. He'll get the bucket up, and it's good. 82-60. 22-point lead. Might have done my math wrong there. Oh, well. It was 21-point lead, not a 31-point lead. Good gracious God, what a long night it's been. Oh, well. Rardin tried to drive to the basket. No good. 1:26 left to go. Colorado Mesa still playing with some emphasis. Give credit for them for down. Wilson. Gonna hang on to the ball on this one. Give it off to Wilson again. Back over to Youngblood. Over to Nichols. Over to Newfold. Back over to Chatwin. Back out to Wilson. Wilson gonna take a three. No, rolls in and out, but good by Dixie State. Chatwin gonna get his fourth bucket of the night. 57 seconds left to go. Drew gonna drive over to the basket. And he'll get another trip to the line. Drew shoots it and misses. That's his first missed free throw of the night. 84-60. 24-point lead. Drew lines it up again. It's good. 53.4 seconds left to go. 84-61. Nichols gives over to Youngblood. Back over to Wilson. Back over to Newfold. Newfold gonna take a little bucket. No good. Gonna stay with Dixie State. Newfold. Gonna try to get up there. No, he got a foul coming. 84-61. Newfold goes to the line for the first time, and it's good on the first one. That's Newfold's first points of the afternoon. Newfold lines it up again, and it's good. 86-61, 36 seconds left to go. Rardin gives it back up to Brew. Back over to Schmelling. Jack Moore now checks in, the freshman guard out of Golden, Colorado. As Wilson's going to steal it, and we'll just run out the last few seconds out of the clock here. 10 seconds left to go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, a 2, and a 1. And this game is over. 86-61 is the win by Dixie State. They're going to go 8-8 on the year. Second time they've been at 500 this season. Good win for them on the road. They're also going to get back to... They're also going to be 6-6 at 500 in the conference standings. They move up in the conference standings as well. We'll give you that all coming up here on the postgame show here on Radio Dixie 91.3, brought to you by King Garv Ford Lincoln dealership here on Radio Dixie 91.3. That's all coming up here in a couple minutes. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3 to wrap it all up. Be right back here on Radio Dixie 91.3, home of the Trailblazer Nation.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Final minutes of the game have completely gone away. If you're just tuning in, you are tuning into a great post-game show here on Radio Dixie 91.3, being brought to you by Kent Garff Ford Lincoln in dealership here in St. George, Utah. Thank you so much for the sponsorship. Also the Spectrum, also Dixie State University, also Radio Dixie 91.3, and a little shout out to Sean Denneman to give me the opportunities that I can to call basketball games this season. I've been having a blast so far. Let's get this second half underway. What a great start here this afternoon. In that case, let's get right to the game this afternoon, starting with the Colorado Mesa versus Dixie State men's game, where Dixie State won that game in a big way, 86-61. Second biggest win of the season for the team. They shot the ball almost perfectly tonight. 30 of 51 from the field, 58% for that one. 13 of 21 behind the line. They were 62% on the day. From the free throw line, they were 13 of 21. Not bad for 62%. Not bad at all, but a little bit below their percentage of the year. Hopefully they can get it up in the coming days. Obviously, rebounds. They had 32 rebounds. They had 8 offensive rebounds, 24. Sorry about that. I had a little cough. 24 rebounds in that one, out rebounding Colorado Mesa 32-28. Colorado Mesa had 12 offensive rebounds, but only 16 defensive rebounds. That is what the difference was. Dixie State led this game basically the whole game. There was no way they were going to give up this game. They led it almost basically 40 minutes in this one. They had the ball. They had the lead. They had everything going for them. The largest lead of the day was 86-61. That was a 25-point lead back in actually, that's how the game ended, with a 25-point lead. I'm looking at the last few parts here. Turnovers are in favor of Colorado Mesa. They had 13 turnovers to 12 Dixie State's turnovers. Steals came in favor of Dixie State, where they had eight steals and Colorado Mesa had 4. Dixie State had 43 bench points. Yes, I said that right. 43 bench points out of 86, which means 43 bench points for Dixie State and 43 points from the starters. Not bad numbers. That is the way you want to split it down the middle between both players, 50-50. That is how you want to do it. Blocks are in favor of both teams, 2-2. On-court points are in favor from Dixie State. Fast break points are in favor of Dixie State. Steals are in favor of Dixie State. Points off of turnovers are in favor of Dixie State. Points in the paint, Colorado Mesa's got down by 14, 30-24. Second chance points, 10 of 7 by Dixie State. And personal fouls, Dixie State did have 26 fouls in this game. Something Coach Juddy's going to want to clean up going into tomorrow's game. Let's check out that schedule there. We did mention it between halftime, but for Dixie State, it is going to be a good stretch. Obviously, we keep mentioning game after game after game after game. Colorado Mesa was tonight. They win that one. Tomorrow, they're going to be in Gunston, Colorado for Western Colorado. That's going to be at the Paul Wright Gym. And then next week, the home stretch comes back to Dixie State, back to St. George in the Burns Arena. Fort Lewis, Adams State, Western Colorado, Colorado Mesa will finish off their 4-game home stretch to come up in the first 2 weeks of February. Those games are all going to be good ones. So we'll have all those games on Radio Dixie 91.3. Over to Colorado Mesa. Their stretch of next few games are a rough one. It's going to be rough for them. They obviously lost tonight. They're going to be home against Westminster tomorrow. Regis is going to be on the first day of February. Then Colorado Christian is going to finish up their 4-game home stretch, and they're going to be on the road all the way until about the last week of February. They're going to be at Westminster, at Dixie State, at Colorado Christian, at Regis. Then they come home to finish off between Fort Lewis, Adams State, and Western Colorado before they get ready for the RMAC tournament. So that is the schedule coming up. If you missed earlier today you missed an earlier game today. What a game it was by Colorado Mesa, not by Dixie State. Dixie State's women's basketball team got blown off the court, and that is a way of saying it just as an understatement. Not a good loss for the women's team. They lost 65-42, their second worst loss of the season. Hopefully they can bounce back at Western Colorado. That game will be at 5 o'clock. We're going to have both games here on Radio Dixie 91.3. I'll be on the call for both of them. First game starts at 5 o'clock. We'll have pregame at 4:15. Then the second game is going to start at 7 o'clock. We'll start pregame there at 6:50. Before then, we're going to have about a 5-minute timeout between both games, and then we're going to get underway with calling both games, and it's going to be an awesome one tomorrow. I thank everybody for tuning in tonight. In this one, it was a great night to call back-to-back games. Final thing we got to get taken care of between Dixie State and Colorado Mesa is the RMAC standings between them. New Mexico, where's it? Colorado Mesa is going to fall to 7-5 in the conference, while Dixie State is going to get back to 6-6. That win, if there was to count, and of course it's going to count, they would tie them with Adams State for it would tie them for 8th in the conference and only 3 spots out of the top 5. Colorado Mesa sits in the 5 and final spot when it comes to the RMAC standings. Chadron State, Black Hill State, Adams State, Dixie State, and MSU Denver still on the hunt for that position. Also some other teams in the hunt with better records. But as the RMAC standings stand right now, Dixie State would be 8th. Dixie State would be 9th, and that would not be a good position because they would have to go up against Regis in the first round, and that's a iffy spot for them as well. So we'll see what happens all in the end. Thank you for tuning in to another great game tonight. I appreciate you guys being patient with me for both games. We had a great night tonight. Hopefully you guys have a great night to the rest of your night. Then stay tuned for tomorrow as we'll have both games here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Dixie State takes on Western Colorado. First game of the afternoon will be the women's game. That game will be at 5 o'clock. We'll have pregame at 4:45. Thank you for tuning in to Radio Dixie 91.3, home of the Trailblazer Nation.
You've been listening to Dixie State Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3, brought to you by Ken Garv St. George Ford Lincoln. For more information on Dixie State Athletics, DixieStateAthletics.com. Thanks for listening to Radio Dixie 91.3.